Yes, it has started. So, hello, ma'am. Very good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. So, as we are meeting for the very first time, let's start with the introduction. So, would you mind giving your introduction first?
Yeah, my name is Pallavi and I'm an English trainer by profession. I have been teaching online from last 10 years. And about my educational qualification, I'm postgraduate in English as well as I'm TFL TESOL certified trainer. And I'm from Delhi and I really love to do shopping. This is all about me.
Okay, that's great. Let me give you my introduction as well. My name is
Yeah,
Karishma Chauhan. I'm talking to you from Gurgaon. My native place is Delhi, and I have completed my education from there, which is LLB. So, by profession, I'm an advocate. I'm blessed with two children, and I'm a YouTuber as well. That's all about.
okay, very good to hear.
So, it's really great that I'm connecting with a trainer because I would love to connect with the teachers so that they can point out a few mistakes, whichever I'm going to make in this video. And thank you so much for being here. And I would like to talk about English, particularly in this video. So my main first question I would like to ask you is, ma'am, what is more important, grammar or fluency?
Fluency is more important. First, one should work on fluency, and then once a learner gets a confident, yes, he can speak, and he find himself confident enough that he can handle and tackle the situation, then one should learn grammar. Because if a person will start with grammar first, and then what will happen? Then his mind, he will always keep on fixing with the rules or keep on translating, so the progress will slow down. And this method,
Hmm.
like learning grammar first and then working on the fluency, was the pattern at least 7, 8 years back. Even I taught this pattern, but I also keep on upgrading myself. Now I do not go with this model. So, first of all, a person should work on the speaking so that he gets enough confidence that he can handle the situation or he will be able to answer anybody in front of him, and then work on grammar, because grammar is something which sometimes become a slow process. Even I tell you, many people after knowing tenses also, they do a lot of tenses error. Why? Because the implementation is less. They are learning grammar, but then while implementing they do not think much. So I'm telling you, it happens. Grammar comes like a natural process, though fluency is also a natural process, but one should start first with speaking, and then later you get the confidence, then you should go with the grammar.
Absolutely right. Even I still can correlate with the situation when I was learning English. I started with the grammar. I tried to learn all the grammar rules and tenses and all. But after some time, I got fed up because I was not able to speak, even though after working hard on grammar. So I
Yeah,
switch my mind towards listening. And what I feel is that listening is the most effective thing. It helps me a lot. Even now, when I feel like when I'm listening to something, after that, if I'm going to have a session, I always try to use those words in my conversation and I feel that I'm able to
that's
do it.
that's
So
really
that's
wonderful.
the amazing. Yes. Okay. My second question to you is, what is more important, accent or pronunciation?
Pronunciation. See, accent, I tell you, some people say we want to learn, even I get a lot of queries, we want to learn British accent, American accent. I said you go for neutral accent, because British accent and American accent you can learn by being in that place for a certain time period. And some people, they even are not able to learn after being there for many years also. So it depends on the interest, but pronunciation is very important. You need to have the right pronunciation of a particular word, and accent is something that is like a kind of a decoration to your speech. That decoration you can do later as well. Like suppose I am dressed up, now I'm wearing these earrings, so these are like decorations in my dressing. So again, accent is like decoration. Are you there? I think there are some glitches. Yeah,
Is
there
there
was some
any network?
in between. Yeah. Okay, let me answer that again. So it is like, if we talk about like pronunciation and accent, so pronunciation is something that is most important. accent a person gets after being in that particular country. Suppose a person is from Canada, so he gets a bit of accent from that place. A person in US gets an American accent of the people while listening to that particular country. So, but the pronunciation is something very important, and I suggest nowadays, we being Indian, it's hard to aim for British or American accent. Rather, it is you should go for neutral accent, because nowadays English has become the global language. So you should speak in such a way out that any person can understand to you, no matter what it is. So one should go for neutral accent. So
Oh,
neutralization is something that I recommend, and right pronunciation is on the top of that.
okay. And what kind of a tip would you like to give those people who have like bad pronunciation, especially if I talk about the people from UP or Bihar? Usually they make mistakes with their sh, sa, the, like there are so many words they mispronounce. So how they can get rid of this problem?
See, this is generally what the problem it is. We call it as MTI issue. So MTI issue means mother tongue influence. Once you get the like touch of Hindi, suppose a person from Bihar, as you said, he get like the touch of his mother language in English. A person from UP gets the touch of his mother language. So the main problem over here is rather than English, they say English. So rather than saying she, they say she. So this is about like MTI. So MTI problem, it goes with practice and right training. This is around, first of all, it should take around 1 to 1.5 years. It should take around like 1 to 1.5 years to get rid of it, provided the person really has the patience. What happens, they wonder like just by listening to 2 to 3 tips over YouTube, it's not going to work at all. This is the reason they fail. If they have this kind of patience, then only they should go, and that too with right approach. I'm telling you, nowadays people even go to speech therapy. I'm also into a bit of speech therapy. I let the learners do some mouth exercises so they improve with this problem, but it takes time. Suppose whatever is the age of a person, from the childhood till now, you are speaking in this accent or in this way out, like she will do this work, English is what I love. So do you think like it will remove in 1 or 2 months? No. So rather than training your tongue, you need to train your brain that it is not now not she, it is she. It's not English, it is English. So right approach, right technique, patience is something that can help a learner get rid of it. I won't say you cannot get rid of it. It is like something that is treatable.
Okay, but you have to spend a lot of time. You have to put some effort. Then only you will get the rid
Yes,
of
and
this
there
problem.
needs to be patience as well. If you say that
Patience.
I'm not patient, see, I tell you, I have a student from Netherlands, and he is in class two, and no, not Netherlands, Ireland. What happens that he's in class two, and he speaks by stammering. So his parents were really worried, like what they should do. He's so young and he stammers, and they were, though they were Indians, and they were like stressed out a lot. They say we have been taking training for so long. We consulted a lot of speech therapists also for it, but nothing really worked. So what we should do? I said if you have the patience for 1 to 1.5 years, then you should go, and I can really help him to improve. And I tell you, it's been 6 to 7 months, and he's changed. Earlier, like he cannot even say chocolate; he says chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. So word doesn't comes out of his mind. Might be because of the Corona time period. Also, the speech delayed problem is there in many students nowadays because they do not meet any people around. And the same happened with that child also. He said we were in Ireland and he doesn't go out, so he doesn't get that like few words. But now he can say right chocolate. I sometimes say I will even send a chocolate from India for you. So I'm telling you, right approach, right technique is something important. And see that child is really improved. One day, even like after a few months, I think he has been taking for 6 months, and I will surely upload like a video with him as well. That he now speaks like normal, like students as. And earlier he used to stammer so much. Like he said, I go to school, and like this way he says, which even touches my heart that he's so young, and I can feel the parents pain being a parent, that how they would be seeing the child who is just like 6 years and speaking like this. So he has improved tremendously, I must say. So here what helped? they were doing the efforts also. The right approach, right technique, and patience is something that can help to get rid of it.
Okay, that's amazing. And I would love to see the video when you will upload.
Yeah,
And
sure. You will
um,
see the student. He will be from Ireland, and he's 6 7 years boy. You will find
okay,
him,
okay, no.
and his name is Manku.
Okay, okay, okay. So my next question to you is, see, so many beginners are there on my channel, and they only write one simple line in my comment section that I want to learn English. How? And how much time it will take? So I would like to know from you, like, how much time, like, it will actually take to learn English.
See, I tell you, it depends on the level whether a person is a beginner, intermediate, or advanced learner. So it just depends on the level of the student. First of all, one method watches our video, what we are talking. Just right after the video, they should stand in front of the mirror and then talk about what we were both were talking. They can just talk. Yes, Pallavi ma'am was giving a lot of suggestions, and even Karishma ma'am was giving a lot of suggestions. It was about this topic, that topic. So in this way, what happened? English is already there, fresh in their mind. They just heard it, and then they speak. They get confidence. But what happens if they suddenly start randomly on any topic? They are falling short of words. They don't know how to make sentences. But this practice will really help. They watch the video. Right after watching the video, stand in front of the mirror and practice and just speak up what both of us conversate, or anything that you see, any random thing you watch an English movie, stand in front of the mirror and speak like this was there in the movie for 10 to 15 minutes. So this is something that really, whether he is a beginner, an intermediate, or an advanced learner. So let me tell you first of all how a person should identify that which level he's in. Suppose if a learner is at the beginner level, if you are able to understand a kid's storybook and you are able to read them, and very simple stories of class 1 or class 2, that means you are a beginner level. If a
Okay.
learner can read the storybooks which are of class 1 and class 2, that means, and you are able to understand as well, you are beginner. And if suppose you are listening to somebody some videos, and you're watching some videos, and even you understand the vocabulary words from there, and you're able to use them as well, so you are an intermediate level. And
Okay.
for advanced learner, you take any news article, and if you are able to understand that news article, like in Times of India, Hindustan Times, nowadays the newspaper is also online, and you're able to read that very well, understand, and you are able to use the word sentence structure, you are an advanced learner. So in this way, a person first of all can decide what is my level, because many learners, they are not very sure whether they are basic, they are at beginner, or they are like intermediate or advanced. So this is how a person can decide which level he is into. Now, if a person is at the basic or the beginner level, it takes around 5 to 6 months. Right approach, right technique, and regular practice. And if a person is at the intermediate level, it takes at least 3 to 4 months a person can give. And then a person is at the advanced level, that means he's already good into it. And to become superb, as nowadays people, they want to be superb. Rather, sometimes I get this challenge. I get some students who are already super. I wonder what I should improve in them, but they still want to excel more in their career. They want that they should achieve, they get the managerial positions. So for them, they should need to take at least 2 months training, but from an expert trainer, because they are already speaking good. But from here to go till there, they need somebody to take them. That won't be able to do
100%.
it. They won't be able to do it all by themselves.
100%. I completely agree with you. But when my question is like, what can, how much time a absolute beginner, an absolute beginner means he do not
Yes.
understand, even he cannot understand the English language. He can only read, because reading, we have been reading since our school. So most of the people, we know how to read. We know some grammar concept. But when it comes to speaking or listening, sometimes we don't understand, because not every person is speaking very basic English nowadays. We are speaking like, if I talk about YouTube, most of the time we found intermediate level people on YouTube. So what he can do, what should be the first step he should take in order to improve his English, even if he do not
First of
understand anything?
I got your point. First of all, it should be a person should have a patience of at least like 6 to 7 months. He should wonder that it's my diploma course. Keep like this kind of
Okay.
thought. Because what happens,
Okay.
absolute beginner, they start and then they leave in between. Because they are doing the things hit and trial method from here, from there, listening to a lot of things and then they leave in between. Again, I suggest you the person who is an absolute beginner, he also knows a lot of things, how to learn English, how to improve. There are a lot of techniques uploaded online, but again, knowledge has no power, execution has the power. They just keep on
Okay.
listening to everybody, but they do not do the things. So first of all, a beginner should do the things. Keep on trying. Because in the beginning, it seems really hard to try. The first step is always difficult. So a learner should take the first step no matter what happens. And how a person can begin by doing 3 to 4 things regularly. Number one, it is listening is very important. A person can listen to take any English movie or even the Indian English. A person can read with subtitles for 30 days regularly. This I'm telling you like something a person can do for 30 days and see the change in himself for a beginner person. So take any movie with the subtitles. No need to watch the movie in one go. Like while eating food also nowadays we eat, we see videos and we keep the mobile next to us. So just watch for 10 to 15 minutes daily. Make it as a regular habit. Yet you have to watch something in English along with subtitles. Next thing what a person can do is vocabulary is something very important. Initially, don't go for very difficult words. Vocabulary in the sense, say the things around you. What happens sometimes when we say our daily routine, we even don't know the basic things around us. So say the things that are surrounding to you. So that is
Yes.
that I mean by vocabulary, not like using fancy words. What they does, they
Mhm.
just learn lot of difficult words and then they stress it out where I should use these words because that's
Yes.
not going to work. And I always say vocabulary is just a decoration in the speech. So decorations we can do later. First, you have to make the basic model good. So go for the basic words surrounding to you. Say them in English. This is what I mean by vocabulary. Next, stand in front of the mirror and speak. This is very hard. People they try with 1 or 2 lines and then they leave. Don't do this. How a person should do, everybody nowadays will they are watching YouTube videos for improving English. How a person should take it as an advantage for themselves. Yes, it helps, but how to take 100% out of that is effective thing a person should do. And the last thing a learner should not do that doesn't help the learner to improve, because people know a lot of things what they should do, but they do not know what they should not do. That they should not first try that first we become perfect and then we start. What is the biggest problem with the learner is, suppose he's at level 0, 1, 2 level, and then he compares himself with the person who is at level 10, and he wonders after practicing for 10 days, 15 days, I'm not able to speak English. Why? Because
Yes.
he's seeing something who's at level 10. Suppose if you are in grade 10, can you do the question of grade 1? No, you cannot. You can do the question of grade 1 if you are in grade 10. But if you are in grade 1, you cannot do the question of grade 10. So understand this basic logic. So do not compare yourself with anybody. Comparison is not even healthy, not even in learning English in anything. You should compare yourself with your past day. Suppose what you are at day 1, compare yourself at day 7 with. How much have you improved? Write your progress. So this really helps. In comparison mode, only many learners they leave learning English and they do not improve. So these are few suggestions, and the suggestions I gave to you, I tell you, lot of learners, everybody know these things, but knowledge has no power, execution has the power. So one should execute the things and do not wonder that we are making mistakes. It is okay to make mistakes, and a person who make mistakes improves more in his life. So imperfections are good in life. Don't wonder if I say wrong what the other people will think. They will not think
Mm.
anything. They do not have time for you. They don't have
Yes.
time for
Exactly.
themselves. Why they have time for you to understand? So just keep
Yes.
on speaking. In this fast-paced world, we should just keep on speaking. We should just try. We should not wonder that if we are doing right or wrong. Because over a period of time a person improves. Anything you start from the day when you're not good into it, like after a period of time you practice that and you become perfect. So fluency and perfectionism comes from practice, not first see being at one place and then wondering then I will improve, first I will improve and then I will start. That doesn't work.
That's absolutely true. Wonderful suggestions you have given for the beginners. But the most important thing is execution, which is absolutely true that most of the people are not executing the things they are watching in the video. They only listen to one video and then they jump to the another one. And this is how they just thought of that they are on their journey. But you will be on your journey once you will start implementing those tricks
Yes.
and tips which you have listened. Most of the people they know they what have to do actually, but still they wanted to know again and again instead of implementing them. So yes, ma'am, I have all these questions to you. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Yeah, just one question, like how you thought of starting your YouTube? You said you are an advocate, so then how you started having like YouTube, that too for English channel, not that too not related to your field. So how you got this idea?
Actually, I was not good at English, and I was actually sitting idle that time. I can say because uh, I was that time I was mother of one child, and I quit my job and everything. So I sometimes I feel like that I'm doing nothing. So I should do something. Before this English channel, I have created 2 to 3 channels, one for law, one for blogging. Nothing works. And English channel, there was no motive to earn money for this channel, but my motive was to improve my English. Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, it worked for me, and I thought I was very passionate. I want to always become a YouTuber. Like this is something my in my comfortable zone, to be honestly, like this is something I like doing it, so I don't need to put much efforts. If I am doing my profession, I'm an advocate, I have my own law firm, but I have to work there and then only I'll get something. But here, even if I'm not putting that much effort, still I'm getting result, I'm improving a lot. Like 2 years ago, you can watch my videos, I used to make a lot of grammatical errors. Since I'm practicing from last 2 years, I'm improving. For the YouTube channel is also working great. So I'm very satisfied with this. So it is my passion.
Yeah, that is really good because I was wondering, you said you are an advocate and then you are starting something for English. It is absolutely out of the box. So this is something I thought.
Yeah. No, I was not good at English. That's the only reason I've started. I thought of like if I will, when we start something, and we are posting something publicly, we are more conscious, we always try to improve, so that the people who are watching us, they can feel motivated, they can appreciate us. Every person want appreciation at the end of the day. They whatever they are doing, even a housewife, if she's doing whole day work, she needs some appreciation from his husband, at least somebody's appreciate him. So I thought YouTube is the best platform. I have this liability on my shoulder that I have to create a video. This is how I will make my practice. And if I will upload it, I will always try to do it consciously. And this is how I will be able to learn English. And it actually worked for me. Yeah.
That's really wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. So you also have to go at 12:15. So
Yeah.
let's wrap up the session now. It's really amazing session with you. You are so amazing. Your tips will like really work for the beginners. And thank you so much for being here on my channel.
Yeah, same here. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Welcome.